Hello and welcome to Outstanding English. My name is Todd Elbrovitz. Today we will explore how to create sentences and questions in the present simple tense using the verb be. Now, when do we use the be verb in the present simple tense? Well, we use it to describe people and things, feelings and ideas, and positions and time. So we might say, they are students, or my room is messy, or she's a dentist. We could say, I'm sleepy, or this book is interesting. We may also say, my house is next to a park, or it's 5 o'clock. Now, how do we create positive sentences in the present simple tense using the verb be? Well, the be verb takes 3 forms in the present tense. We have am, are, and is. So am goes with the subject I am. Are goes with the subjects you, we, they, such as you are, we are, and they are. And is goes with the subjects he, she, it, such as he is, she is, or it is. So we could create a sentence like, I am excited, or you are Canadian, or he is from India. Now let's take a moment to check our understanding. Work through these. We need to put either am, is, or are on the lines. You can pause this video and do it in a notebook, or you can open up the shared Google Doc in the description and work through these. The shared Google Doc has these and a few more exercises along with the other exercises we will go through in this video today. How do your answers look? Let's check it out. Did you write, she is a doctor for number 1? Do you have, we are very hungry for number 2? Did you write, that dog is friendly for number 3? Did you write, it is almost lunchtime for number 4? And do you have, I am late for my appointment for number 5? If so, you are doing an outstanding job. If not, don't panic. Just rewind and have a little refresher and then come back and join us. We can also write our subject and our be verb in a shortened form using a contraction. I am becomes I'm, you are becomes your, we are becomes we're, they are becomes their, he is becomes he's, she is becomes she's, and it is becomes its. So now our sentences become, I'm excited, they're from Canada, and she's from India. Now let's take a moment to practice using a contraction instead of the long form. Take the subject and be verb that are in the brackets and write them as a contraction. Pause this video and do this on a separate sheet of paper, in your head, or on the Google Doc. Let's check our work. Do you have, it's almost midnight for number 1? Do you have, I'm a student for number 2? Did you write, she's our principal for number 3? Do you have, you're my friend for number 4? And did you write, we're neighbors for number 5? If you did, excellent. Let's keep moving. Now let's explore how to create a negative sentence. We can do this by putting not after our be verb. For example, I am not Brazilian, or we are not too cold, or she is not from China. That's the long form. Now let's explore how to create negative short forms. We can put our subject and be verb together as a contraction followed by not. Some example sentences are, I'm not 'They're not hungry, and he's not from Italy. Alternatively, we can also take our subject and have a contraction of be verb in not with all subjects except I. For example, we can say, you aren't, we aren't, they aren't, he isn't, she isn't, it isn't. So some example sentences would be, they aren't French, we aren't angry, and he isn't from Germany. Now let's take a moment to practice negative short forms. Take our subject, be verb, and not, and use contractions. I have 2 lines for numbers 2, 3, 4 because you can make contractions out of the subject and the be verb, followed by not, or you can have the subject followed by the be verb and not as a contraction. Pause this video and work through these 4 problems. Do your answers look like this? Let's check it out. Number 1 becomes, I'm not an engineer. Number 2, we can have, it's not across from our school, or it isn't across from our school. Number 3, we can write, we're not roommates, or we aren't roommates. And number 4, we can write, he's not my brother, or he isn't my brother. Now we're going to explore making questions in the present simple tense using the verb be. We make these questions to ask about names, family, jobs, and nationality, such as, what's his name, or are they cousins? Or is she Australian? We also ask about feelings and ideas, such as, how are you? Or are you hungry? We also ask about positions and time, such as, what time is it? Or is your office downtown? Now, how do we create yes or no questions? It's pretty straightforward. We simply take our be verb and our subject and flip them. So instead of having subject followed by be verb, we have our be verb followed by our subject. Some examples are, am I early? And a possible answer could be, yes you are, or no you aren't. Another example is, are they European? We could say, yes they are, or no they're not. Also, we could ask, is he funny? We may answer, yes he is, or no he isn't. Now let's take a moment to practice creating yes or no questions. On the 2 lines following the first, write a positive answer using yes and a negative answer using no. Do your answers look like this? We have for number 1, am I on time? And we can say, yes you are, or no you're not, or no you aren't. Number 2 says, is she your sister? Our positive answer is, yes she is. Our negative answer could be, no she isn't, or no she's not. Number 3 is unscrambled to say, are they excited? And we can have a positive answer, yes they are, or negative answers, no they aren't, or no they're not. For number 4, we could ask, is your husband a teacher? Our positive answer is, yes he is. Our negative answers could be, no he isn't, or no he's not. How do we create WH questions in the present simple tense using the verb be? Well, we take our WH question word followed by our be verb and our subject. Some example questions could be, where are your coworkers? Or, what's your name? Or, why is he so angry? How old is your uncle? Who are your new neighbors? Or, when is dinner? For this exercise, we're going to practice making WH questions and then answering about ourselves. You may pause the video if you like, or do your work on the linked Google Doc. Let's check for understanding. For number 1, the question is, what is your name? My answer is, my name is Todd. Number 2 is, how old are you? And my answer is, I'm in my 30s. Number 3, our question is, what is your job? And my answer is, I'm a teacher. Number 4, our question is, how are you? And my answer is, I'm great. I put all my answers in parentheses because probably my answers are going to be a little different than yours, at least some of them. Thank you for joining me today here at Outstanding English. If you enjoyed this video, hit that outstanding like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week.